Welcome back to E-Channel Morning, getting down on the floor and having some fun with Peter Egger joining us from Inquisitive Kids. Good to see you.
Likewise, thanks
for bringing all the toys. We want to talk. You guys are a very different online store. We're not talking stuff that came out of China with lead paint on it. We're talking basic. We're talking simple. We're talking toys with no predetermined way to play.
Correct.
A neat little term.
Yeah, it is, because what it is for kids is they should have the ability to go and do as their mind allows them. For instance, if two little girls are talking to each other, one of them says, well, my doll can say 200 words. The other one turns around and says, well, I can get my doll to say anything I want it to.
Great way to think about it. Great way to think it. You're going to talk in Elmo and anything you want if you make it talk. So what's some of your faves? You brought in, let's talk marbles, because this is really cool.
Yeah, this is made out of FSC certified beech wood. It's made in Switzerland. It is locally harvested wood. The same company's been making these for pretty well 20 years. What you bought 20 years ago will still work with this here. You don't
have to worry about being able to upgrade, or it'll fit in your PC. They click together. They're wooden blocks.
Wooden blocks. Keep them out of the water and you'll be fine.
Give it a run there, because we were playing with this earlier. No matter how old you are, that's just neat.
It is.
And the pieces just go together, make the marble fall path, and you can do almost anything with it.
Exactly. And the beauty of this is it allows people to socially interact. And that's a huge part of what we need to foster for the kids, is the ability to develop the soft skills.
Now explain soft skills for parents who aren't aware.
Soft skills, exactly what you're going to need in the workforce when you get out there. You got to be able to relate to people. You have to be able to get your opinions across. You have to work in cooperation, teamwork.
Great idea. I got a 3-year-old. We're working on the idea of not having to win or lose. No one has to compete in everything you simply do. You can just play. And that's the cool thing about blocks. You know, they've been around, probably one of the first toys ever.
Yeah.
And you can do almost anything with them. They come in starter sets and expansion sets on the website.
Exactly, and supplementary sets. And that's really what we love about them, is because you can start with a starter set, and then grandma, grandpa, cousins, aunts, uncles, they can all add to that set. And each time you get going with a new set, it adds to it.
Now, so
revitalizes it all.
You and I were talking about a piece like that. It doesn't have a name other than a shape, because when the kid plays with it, it's anything from a top of a rocket to a bale of hay. It just depends on what you want to do with it.
Exactly.
Very
and
cool.
That's the beauty of it.
Dollies, beside you. Who you got? Who's your friends?
Feng Shui.
Feng Shui?
Yeah.
Very cool.
This one's fire, and then we have earth, all natural materials, real hair.
Like real human hair?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Feels like hair.
It does. It's funny.
Oh, I'm sorry, you may not relate.
No, I have hair. It's funny. I was like, this feels like excellent hair, but that's really someone's hair.
It is.
Wow, great.
This company's been making dolls for about 70 years. These are Waldorf-style dolls. And if you notice, what's very special about them is they have very limited facial features.
Why is that?
The more finished a toy is, the more creative a child has to be to use it.
Because it's got a predetermined set on it.
Exactly.
This is the happy doll, that's the sad doll. Very cool, very neat stuff. I bet you've had a lot more business since all those recalls came across.
Hasn't hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, I got hit on almost every single one, which makes you feel like a terrible parent, so it's nice to see simple, basic stuff. The website, so people can order.
INQUISITIVekid.ca. We're an online boutique, and it should be fairly straightforward. I'll never forget our first order came from a great-grandmother.
That's very cool.
Which, you know, says a lot about our society and how they do things now.
And she probably had toys just exactly like that.
Exactly.
We're going to talk furniture later on in the show?
Yes, we will.
Beautiful. We're going to take a break. We got plenty more with Inquisitive Kid coming up on E-Channel Morning.
Yeah, these are my kids.
Welcome back to E-Channel Morning, talking with Peter Egger about, well, Inquisitive Kid, online store with kids' toys and very different stuff, as we said earlier. Stuff that's designed with no set play in mind.
That's right.
Kids get creative, kids do something, and we challenge them a little bit, which isn't a bad idea.
Exactly.
This one, a neat take on, well, the classic woodblock puzzle. You're saying it's got 6 essentially different toys in it.
Exactly. It's a toy that can be used from a very, very early age, because kids, say after about the age of 1, 1.5, they'll start to pick up the blocks, move them around a little bit, toss them, throw them, and these are hollow on the inside, so they're not that heavy. And as they get a little older...
Because my guy's going to throw them instantly.
Oh, yeah, exactly, and that should be the fun of it, to feel the dexterity and the senses. And there's a lot of research done on that kids no longer have the the natural materials in front of them, a lot of plastic toys, and it really aids in their development. And for these here, because you have so many different shapes and sizes, there's a template as the kids get a little bit older that they can use, and as they don't need the template anymore, they can do it by themselves. So essentially you got a toy that's going to work for 5-6 years.
So the kids can be challenged by trying to make that puzzle, which isn't easy, I tried it earlier, trust me. Or they can just do numbers,
it's
letters.
Abstract.
Very cool ideas.
It's very cool, very modern.
Classic, playing house, talking about food, and very different. These ones are all made of wood, and you were saying with your little guys at home, it's really durable.
Extremely durable. They've been using this one for about 2.5 years, and there's no paint off it. The real favorite is this one here. It's a wooden ice cream.
Sure.
So instead of giving them a real one all the time, and this one here has been thrown, chewed, licked many, many, many times, and there's not a chip off of it.
So you've got your own quality control company at home.
Exactly.
And how old are your guys?
My 2 little girls are 3 and 4.5.
Wow, so they've been through those toys have been through some serious stuff.
These have been tested.
Well, I also want to talk, there's a whole section on the website there, again, INQUISITIVekid.ca for all the information, on the furniture. And we're sitting on some pretty cool little seats. Because these ones aren't just blocks, they're actually beveled at the top and bottom.
That's right. They're Swiss made, they're very modern, very clean, very designer centric. And they come in a variety of colors. These are just the primary colors here. And they come in about 20-some different colors. So what you can do is use these as an accent piece. And the real neat thing about them is that you can actually stack them.
Oh, right.
Oh, you gotta flip them around like this. So you can build them 2-3 high. Nice. And you put them off into a corner, and they can be an accent piece. So if somebody has a condo, a small space, well, you can flip them if you're going to stack them, so they don't fall over. And in case anybody's ever worried about having too many sharp edges, there's give, not to worry. So the kids will inevitably bump into something, but they're not going to hurt themselves on these.
Nice idea for Grandma and Grandpa who need to put them away because they only see them every now and then.
Exactly.
I want to talk, we're going to take a look at some of the other furniture you've got on INQUISITIVekid.ca, and I want to talk kind of how the philosophy of the organization fits in with furniture as well.
Yeah. Basically what we look for is an item that can be used in multiple ways, and furniture should be used as toys, and toys could be furniture, vice versa. And you can see online, there's some different items being shown, and they all have very simple, elegant, sleek designs.
Yeah, but nothing nothing strange. They're all kind of classic looks when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
Everything from the simple desk design to the bunk bed.
Precisely. Or you can see the one unit that is mountable right on the wall. It's part of an entire system that is very clean, very modern, and we just found over the last 4 years, my wife is an architect, she has her own firm, and she helps in the choosing of these items. And what we look for is just simplicity and elegance, timeless elegance.
So you get, she designs buildings, you get to play with toys all day. That's not a bad deal. You're doing all right.
Yeah, thanks.
Very cool. Ordering information, I need my credit card.
Yeah.
I need INQUISITIVekid.ca.
Exactly.
And other than that, I'm good to go.
800 number, in case you got any questions or you're not online, give us a call, we'll fix you up.
Beautiful, INQUISITIVekid.ca for all the information. We're going to take a break and talk about the Taste of Life fundraiser that's going on and how you can help out an excellent organization just by going out for dinner tonight.